So we just watched Safety Not Guaranteed, which is Phil Defranco's movie of the week. We both came to the same conclusion. It's not so much about the time travel, but it's more about the connection between the people as it's happening within the movie.
The way I felt about this movie is that it has a very independent feel. It's beautifully shot. They use a lot of different techniques.
Good cinematography.
Very good cinematography. Some beautiful scenes that you would normally see in a Hollywood movie, and then some kind of handheld camera type stuff to kind of engage you and make you feel like you're part of the scene. Character development was outstanding. The main character who is posing the time travel, Kenneth, he's really only a small part of the movie. He's not really the main character. Darius is definitely the main character in this movie. She is absolutely stunning, beautiful, and sultry and sexy. And if you remember her from Scott versus the World, where she was a pretty minor role, she comes really into her own in this movie. She really shows her acting ability.
She and Kenneth are very much characters that you can identify with. You can really identify with these characters, and that's something within this movie. Everyone in some part of their life feels like they don't fit. Even though there are extreme experiences that they've both been through, different perspectives within their own realities, this is something where you can identify with them on some level. Anyone can.
The whole time you're thinking that Kenneth, the character, he's truly crazy. He has that kind of conspiracy theory type, the world's out to get me type feel to him. At the same time, you get some clues that maybe he really knows what he's talking about. It seems all kind of fun-filled and everything until he pulls a break in. Then it gets real. She's sent there as an intern to a reporter, and then all of a sudden, just like, whoa, now I am in the thick of it.
Shit got real.
It got very real because he's carrying a gun and stealing, property from a very large and very secretive laboratory.
The connection that I saw that really made a big difference, there are connections you see in the relationships all throughout the movie. From Darius, who starts to develop a strong connection with Kenneth, both of them wanting to go back in time. One has a fictional story, the other has a real life tragedy, and even in that you can tell that the person who has the fictional tragedy believe it 100%. And even within that, they both have been through something that really connects them together. There is something that they have both lost. That is what carries them through with their relationship. And then you see something with Jeff, who is the main reporter on the story. I'm sorry, he's a douchebag. That's not a word that I use lightly. He tries to make connection and really makes himself vulnerable with this person that he knew when he was a teenager, goes back and sees her while they're in this town. He ends up getting his heart broken a little bit and just reverts to being a douchebag again. With all of these different connections within the movie, you can really see that there's something more than just a kooky time travel story here. There is a lot more here about relationships and connecting, and can you really be vulnerable with another person and allow them to see you for who you really are and be accepted by another person. That is a huge aspect of this movie.
For typical sci-fi fans, this is not hard at all. The time travel is only a small aspect.
It's almost like a red herring. It's just part of the plot. It's
Right.
more about the connection that's going on.
It comes to the end where he's holding out his hand to her, Kenneth is telling Darius, "Come, trust me, grab my hand, let's go on this journey." And she has to make a choice. Does she believe that he can really make this happen or not?
It's not so much about believing in whether or not he can make the time travel happen. It's about the adventure that they're going to go on together. Hey, this may not happen. The machine might explode, but here they go. They're going on this adventure together, and they're trusting each other to be there to help each other through whatever's going to happen. And isn't that what we all really want? So basically, the movie's a little slow to build. It takes a little while to get into, but if you just hang in there, like within 20-30 minutes, you're already hooked going, where is this going?
It seems like the movie's going to go a certain direction. All of a sudden, Kenneth pulls out a gun. At this point, this guy is fully committed to what he's doing. He's willing to pull out a gun and point it at people he suspects is coming to get him. But Darius, he's looking for a partner, and that's why he puts in the ad. She wants to go back, and then she feels responsible for her mother being killed. At that point, He understands. He knows that she is committed to this. She starts to believe that he can make it happen.
Overall, with the the story's great. Give it some time. The actors are also well cast. They're very much in their roles. You believe that Jeff is a douchebag. You believe that Kenneth believes what he's saying, but is also very troubled. And Darius, she's just amazing. Aubrey Plaza is just amazing with her performance.
This is a movie I would highly recommend. It's very surprising to me, and I would anybody that has this, it's a very short movie. It's only about an hour and a half long, and it's available free on Netflix streaming. So take the opportunity. Watch this movie. In my opinion, would be a great date movie if you're trying to impress a girl.
Oh yeah.
This would be a movie that would definitely would impress a girl. It doesn't feel like a Hollywood formula. This is a well done movie. Hollywood needs to be doing is to make movies that we can identify with characters and can love.
It does have the independent film feel to it. It basically debuted it at Sundance. So it does have that, independent film feel to it, but that doesn't take anything away from its charm. If we were supposed to give stars to it, I would definitely say 4 out of 5 stars, because there's a lot to it in terms of the story, in terms of the characters and everything. It just doesn't have that, quite that, if you're looking for Oscar worthy, it's just not quite at the 5 stars. So I'd say 4 out of 5.
But it is one of those sleeper movies that kind of sneaks up on you. And just really you fall in love with it, and I can't say enough about it. I'm glad that Phillip Defranco had recommended this one this week. We took our Sunday to sit down and watch it and record this for you guys. I'm very happy with the movie. I think it was a spectacular movie. Good choice. That's it for us. We're gonna head to bed, and hopefully you guys get to watch the movie as well. Don't forget to watch us on Netflix. If you don't have a Netflix account, why not? It only costs a couple bucks a month.
And through SourceFed you can actually get, and through Phil DeFranco you can actually get 1 month free for the streaming. So check that out. It's definitely worth it.
I pay for mine. I don't get mine for free. I pay for it.
That's because you've had it for too long.
Yeah, I've had it for a number of years.
Right.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.